The fallout from the Supreme Court's Roe v. Wade appeal continues to reverberate across Wisconsin. Plus, surprise testimony from a White House aide during the January 6 hearings spurred an immediate rebuttal from former President Donald Trump. Joining us to talk about it all is Chuck Todd, moderator of Meet the Press. Chuck, so glad you're with us on TMJ4 News. So here in Wisconsin, healthcare workers, law enforcement, district attorneys, we've been talking to them all week. They tell us they're working through so many gray areas to properly follow our state abortion law on the books, which was written back in 1849. The SCOTUS decision is no doubt a huge victory for those who are anti-abortion, but do you think this one issue could sway more people who are pro-abortion in this swing state to vote Democrat?
Well, here's what we're seeing so far. You're seeing some movement in the polling that seems to have waken up the Democratic electorate. Look, our elections these days are very polarized. Republicans had been looking very strong because you had a really demoralized Democratic electorate and an enthusiastic Republican electorate. What the Roe decision has done is angered the Democratic electorate, and you're starting to see that intensity pick up. And just that, we've seen the numbers move. What's interesting, and this is why we know where I'm pretty confident this is due to the abortion decision, is that while the Democratic numbers are improving in just about every battleground state poll I've seen in the last 10 days, Joe Biden's numbers aren't improving.
Right.
So this really is about, you can see this sort of compartmentalization, and what this could lead to is essentially what we've experienced the last decade, which is we're really polarized. Both parties have a floor of 47% if both of their bases are intense, which means what? And there's no state that knows this better than Wisconsin. Get ready for one-point races all over the battleground states in this country, and I think that's where we're headed.
All right. Turning to the January 6 hearings from this past Tuesday with former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson, whose testimony had a guttural reaction from former President Donald Trump, denying what she said under oath. She testified to a real-time look from what the president and his inner circle were saying throughout January 6th, including when she says the president said before his speech earlier that day on January 6th that the crowd didn't look big enough, so he wanted security to get rid of the metal detectors, which opponents believe caused compounding security concerns. So the question is, could this one person who gave essentially a fly-on-the-wall account spur more people in Trump's inner circle to come forward?
That is I think the essential question to trying to evaluate how impactful her testimony really will be, or really has been. Look, it was shocking. You know, I'm surprised that I can be surprised anymore when it comes to Donald Trump, but she managed to do that. But I think her testimony becomes less impactful if it doesn't spur Pat Cipollone, the White House counsel, to talk, and others to talk. Look, this is the first time they got somebody essentially in the West Wing, right, to truly get out there and talk. If we get others now, and you get more corroboration, particularly on sort of the president's state of mind. Look, I think the former president did what he does very well, is he found one thing he thought he could exploit and try to damage her credibility, which was, you know, I didn't choke a Secret Service agent. Well, she didn't say you choked a Secret Service agent, but he went and over-denied that specific incident.
Right.
But there's not been a denial that he was irate. There's not been a denial that he wanted to go to the Capitol. There's not been a denial that he was shrugging off the violence because he thought they weren't going to be violent towards him. So I think in that sense, that's where you heard the bottom line is the president, you know, the more he reacts, it usually means you've sort of hit on something. Right.
Chuck Todd, getting you surprised with politics is very hard to do. Thank you for your time. You can see Chuck this upcoming Sunday on Meet the Press. Thank you. Where he plans to cover the latest Supreme Court rulings and continuing discussion of the January 6 hearings right here on TMJ4.